Happy New Year on 3.
Mm-hmm.
3.
Happy New Year!
You guys, thank you all so much for understanding. We took the holidays to rest with family.
It was so great.
It was blissful. But it is a new year and we are beyond excited for our word of the year, but this year is a little different. We've shared with you in the past, the year that we were traveling in our RV, our words were peace and patience. And if you were here when we were breaking down in the RV every other week, you know that we practiced peace and patience a whole ton that year.
Yeah.
Well, this year our word is a prefix.
Yes.
It is re.
Yes.
And every year I feel like we are always blazing into the new year, trying to figure out how to do more and what else is going on. And we have never really taken the time to step back, breathe, and make sure our foundation is totally in the right spot.
Oftentimes it's so appropriate to think that the new year includes and kind of is, the intention is to improve things, to progress, to move forward, and to continue in a direction that you're already going. And I feel like this last year, you know, personally for our family, there was a lot of things that went really well. Amidst the absolute chaos, amidst the craziness, you know, obviously we had a lot that just happened. And a lot that was really difficult. And I know for so many of you, it was a tragic year. It was a really hard year. But there's always a silver lining to what we do. There's always a silver lining to our attitudes and our posture. And that was that we got closer to our kids than ever before. I feel like the RV life really propelled us into that. I will wait for you, Mr. Rooster. The RV kind of propelled us into that. And I feel like this year we continued it. However, the prefix of re, instead of just gunning forward into a new year, into new vision, into new goals, and all of those things, we just felt like our spirit, like we just felt in our hearts that there were a lot of things in our foundation that we wanted to fix. There were a lot of things in our hearts, in our behaviors, in our habits, in our attentions that felt like it just wasn't right for us to just have this dream and just go after, you know, new heights, new dreams. As much as I'm optimistic and believing it's going to be an incredible year, and I do, I really feel like moving forward on shaky ground is pretty unwise. And we really need to get more settled here. So what are some of our re-words? Rewind. Rewind. Refocus. Retool. Reimagine. Okay, so some of our words, for example, are like redo, remove, restore, rejuvenate is a huge one. Renew, remake, replenish, rejoice, relive. We are just really excited for January. Is just going to be a really good foundation, and we will continue to build on that. But this January, we really want us and for you guys to just make sure, is there certain spots in your life that need to be refocused on? Yeah, we kind of were sitting apart on the table, sketching out this year, thinking through like, what are major things that need to happen? What are major things that should happen? What are, you know, X, Y, and Z? And how do we fit in the major things that are happening? Right. Yeah. It's not necessary to create something completely new. It feels like it's necessary to kind of fix and kind of refocus and go back to the basics. To sort of not start over, but look at where the cracks are. So I feel like we are super blessed and very lucky that our foundation and our marriage and our family is one that we don't personally need to, I mean, we'll always work on it, always, but like we have different ones that we need to work on, but we really want to dive in on just a foundation overall. And it almost kind of felt inappropriate to think like, okay, the word for this year is this, and we're just gonna go charge this hill. It felt like we have to retreat a little bit this year. If we have to slow down in areas that truly would be unwise for us to continue the way that it is. And I feel so excited about this. It's so weird because usually slowing down isn't fun. Usually like processing these types of things, like a lot of people avoid the hard work, the hard emotional spiritual work of slowing down and really assessing everything.
Yeah.
And so our whole life is about, our whole year this year is about reassessing everything. We're actually headed in a great way.
Yeah.
How do we make this better?
Yeah. Like, for example, we are going to be blazing forward with animals, with garden, with possibly growing our family, with just a lot of big things. So we could be focusing on blazing forward in certain areas. What we really want to do is, for example, start with removing all the excess that we can get rid of. So therefore,
purging things, going through and saying, do we have, is there extra? Like, we came here in an RV and that's all we had.
Yeah. So what I'm really trying to say is that we want to clean out and get our foundation clean and clutter-free, ready in order to move forward and drive home with those new future dreams. We just want to have a clean slate to move forward. Yeah,
and it kind of felt like this last year, you know, maybe just for us, but maybe for you. I've heard a lot of people that I've been talking to, friends, and even people on social media, like connecting with many of you. We want to jump into 2021 like head first and forget everything that's behind us. Can I challenge you that that might not be a good thing? That might not be really healthy. Yes, it's so good to move forward in life. And if you're at a stage where you're like, okay, I've really processed through this and I'm ready to move forward, I think, go you. I encourage you. I think that might be healthy for many, many, many. But I also think that there's a lot of people that are racing to forget. And I think there's a lot of danger to be had if you don't process things. We have a really strong foundation. I feel like it's because there's a lot of areas of our life that we're not afraid to face. We're not afraid to talk about, to have the hard conversations. We've learned intimacy in our marriage, asking the deep questions, asking the critical questions of like, where do you feel like you struggled the most this year? Where do you feel like you kind of just need to pick up the ball in this next year? Where do you feel like is an area of growth that you want to achieve, and how can I help you get there? Instead of just being so individualistic all the time, which I think our culture is kind of creating that with Instagram and Facebook and social media as a whole, and even YouTube. Like, I just want to caution you to not just be about yourself, especially in your marriage. If your husband, if your wife has a goal, help them get there. Talk them through it. Ask them questions. Be interested in others. Always teaching our kids to be interested in others. It would be something that I would feel really sad about if I just jumped into this new year and said, okay, really quickly, here's everything that went wrong. Here's a list, and I'm just gonna keep on going. There is awesome times. There are definitely moments in your life that you need to keep on going and pressing in. That's what we do here, is we encourage you to keep going, especially in your infertility journey. I just don't think that running forward and forgetting the past is super duper healthy. And so what you're gonna see on this year in vlogging, it's really gonna be us being very intentional on encouraging you on how to maybe make some of the things that we've done possible for you. And what are we doing to learn new things? And how are we learning to make our own sourdough bread? And like things like that that are like super exciting to us. We want to give you the keys to do it yourself. And so with that, we're gonna be doing a lot of new things, yes. But we also are gonna deconstruct a ton and reconstruct in a way that makes everything we do going forward a success. I really believe that if you're here with us this year, you're gonna learn things. You're gonna be inspired. You're gonna be challenged. You're gonna be found totally different and grateful. And I wanna show you a lot of things this year that I've learned as a person over my last 33 years, as a pastor, as a friend, all of those things. Like, I wanna teach you guys how to stay calm in the midst of crisis. I want to teach you guys how to stay positive in the midst of circumstances that feel like doom. I want to teach you guys the things that I know personally this year that I really feel like we've sort of ingrained into this vlog over the last 4 years. I know that we are really experienced in a lot of that, and a lot of you have reached out to us and have shared that that's a big reason why you're here. We are very good at staying positive through the crisis. And so we're just excited for our re-year, and I'm excited for you guys to come along. It's gonna be amazing. And think of yourself now in this moment of where you are. And there's a lot of tools on your belt, and they're amazing tools and they work. But there's also little belt loops that you have on that tool belt that are empty, and we want to fill that for you.
That's awesome.
We want to fill you so that you can build whatever dream you have.
Yeah.
And I feel like that is so important. I feel confident in my ability to teach you and encourage you on how to be a better person. That's what I do best. Positivity, encouragement, hope, driving you, pushing you, challenging you. Like, that's what I do best.
Yeah.
And I want to unleash that in my kids and in you. For you, for your kids, for your friends, for your community. Because guys, it is not 2021 the year to live in more fear. It is 2021 the year to be smart, the year to take good risks, the year to take calculated risks. It's the year to work on the things that require a little bit of extra effort, a lot of thought, a lot of prayer, a lot of diligence, a lot of discipline, and a lot of conviction to say, I'm not perfect, I'm not there, I want to be there. Perfection is not what I'm striving for, but what I am striving for is the best version of myself. And I believe in my heart we're gonna get there this year together. This is gonna be probably the most impactful and meaningful and inspiring year of our vlogging ever. And I pray that we can get back on the road and meet you all, connect with you all when this whole pandemic is over. And I pray that it is soon. We want to be smart, but we want to be focused on loving you intentionally and physically in person, getting back on the road to love on you, care for you, and equip you to become who God created you to be. And so we're pumped about this, we're excited about this, and we are inspired to teach and encourage you guys to the best that we know how to go out, to live your best life, to be challenged and to become a fully devoted follower of God and yourselves and others. So we love you guys.
So go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you have not yet joined our family so you don't miss any of this awesome content that we are going to be creating for you guys. Go ahead and hit this like video if you are excited to become a better version of you this year. We are just very excited.
Yes.
And you should be too.
We believe in you. We love you. We will be praying for you as always. Please email us. Please message us. Please find us on social media and how we can pray for you this year, because we believe in you. Have those goals. Those are good goals. But this year, we are going to be the year of re. It is going back and making new and making better everything so there's no cracks in your foundation going forward. We love you guys. Go let your love multiply. Bye.